Alright, hello everyone, it's Big Puncher, and in my last video I told you guys the story of how I went from being a liberal to becoming basically alt-right by falling down the anti-SJW rabbit hole. It seems like the majority of you liked the video, and at the time of me writing this script, it has over 500 views in less than 24 hours, which is record-breaking for my channel. I still want to thank you all for your support, since when I started covering politics on my channel, it didn't exactly do well, but I kept doing it because I knew that spreading this message was the right thing to do. My philosophy when it comes to YouTube is I'm going to do whatever I enjoy most despite how badly it does, because as long as I'm having fun, I'll never get burnt out, and at the end of the day, the only thing that can stop me from enjoying doing YouTube is me. So, when we left off, I was into the alt-right as deep as it gets without being a race realist or full-on neo-Nazi. I regularly visited 4chan where I would shitpost on Poll about how leftist SJWs were going to gain power and take away our freedom of speech. The early anti-SJW centrist phase of the transformation had already started to condition me to being more accepting of extreme conservative beliefs while being a lot less accepting of even slightly left-leaning ones. The logic behind this thought was that neo-Nazis and white nationalists are just speaking their opinion and they aren't really hurting anybody, but the leftist SJWs wanted to control people's speech and take people's rights away from them. On top of that, I was convinced that those far-right extremists were not the ones in power, but the Hollywood liberal elite and the left-leaning pop culture were. It seemed like there was no way out. But when the Unite the Right rally happened, and I was exposed to the harsh realities of what the alt-right really was and what it's really capable of, I started to think for myself a little, rather than just gobble down whatever the anti-SJW flavor of the month was. And then the JonTron controversy happened. I never followed JonTron very closely, but I'd seen some of the few collaboration he'd done with the Game Grumps and other YouTubers I followed, and he seemed like a cool guy. The word was passed around that the SJW media was trying to accuse him of being a Nazi, and while I almost took it at surface level and went with the liberal media's fake news narrative, I decided to look into it myself. I discovered that JonTron had done an interview or debate with a Twitch streamer named Destiny, where he apparently laid out all of his beliefs and opinions for the world to see. I came into that debate almost completely expecting this Destiny guy to be a leftist cuck who would just argue with his feelings while JonTron would be laying out statistics and proving his innocence to anyone red-pilled enough to see it. I was wrong, and when that long debate was over, my mind was significantly changed. I realized that the alt-right were ridiculous. They were always arguing from their feelings and claiming that they were the ones using facts and logic. In reality, it was the left who actually had facts and reality on their side. It was enough to get me to watch more of his debates. I saw him debate No Bullshit, Lawrence Southern, Sargon of Akkad, Dick Masterson, and many of their fans. I saw him dismantle all of these talking points I had drilled into my head over the last year by 4chan and the rabbit hole of videos the YouTube algorithm was serving me. I had become aware of this rabbit hole, and I looked for other content on it. I saw a YouTube video by 3 Arrows on the exact subject. I learned that this hadn't just happened to me, it was happening to millions of teenagers and just young people across the world. Ironically enough, it was like I had taken the real red pill. I found more channels such as Sean and Jen, ContraPoints, Dusty Smith, HBomberGuy, Claudia Brown, and many more. Don't get me wrong, there are very few popular left-leaning political channels than right-leaning anti-SJW ones, but they were enough for me. By then, I'd already started my YouTube channel and reached 1,000 subscribers, and I decided I wanted to be like those YouTubers, not like a copy of them or anything, but I wanted to be the person who could save other young people from falling down this rabbit hole like I had. I started by making a video on the transphobic and factually incorrect statements Notch had made on Twitter. Then, when Notch faced consequences for it, I made a video defending Microsoft's decision to remove him from Minecraft. These videos all had mixed reviews, but I kept going. I decided to make a video where I tried to explain as best I could why the anti-SJWs are basically SJWs themselves. This video did horrible. I think it had like 12 dislikes to 5 likes in the first 12 hours, but I didn't stop. I subscribed to Destiny on Twitch and I did a viewer call-in where I tried my best to talk to him about this subject. Albeit, I was really nervous and rambled a lot more than I would like to, but I mentioned I had a YouTube channel and a few detectives seeked me out and subbed to my channel. Then, out of nowhere, the unthinkable happened. Our chat was posted on Destiny's channel, and hundreds of people have found my channel and subscribed in the last 2 days it's been up. I didn't even say my channel name either, which is the funniest part to me. I realized that maybe there is hope for left-leaning political content on YouTube after all, and my spirits were boosted enough to make these 2 videos where I tell my story of how I fell down the alt-right rabbit hole and how I got out. I somehow even got the attention of Claudia Brown, who followed me on Twitter today. It's honestly really surreal how someone you are a fan of ends up following you. It doesn't feel like real life sometimes. So now I intend to keep making videos covering the alt-right or these anti-SJWs, and if I can save at least one person from the alt-right, I'll be happy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and this massive jump in popularity has been insane. I can't thank you all enough. If you're new, please leave a like and a sub to support the channel. If you've not already, please join my fan Discord through the link in the description where you can talk to me directly or even interact with other people who watch me. Also, follow me on Twitter if you want. Here's my handle. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Pig Puncher, out.